Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for hopping on the webinar. We're going to give it 1 minute or so before we really kick things off. I'm seeing quite a few attendees, but kind of based on the registration, I want to give it 1 more minute, and then we'll kick things off. All righty, we're going to go ahead and get things going for everybody. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your morning or maybe early afternoon for some of y'all, or maybe even evening, depending on where you're logging in from. So again, thank you so much for taking the time out to be part of the webinar today around Anaplan instructor-led training powered by Akili and our partners at SystemsAccountants. So again, thank you guys so much. We'll go ahead and get things going. So my name is Sean Granfield. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer of Akili. I'll be helping kind of guide you guys through a little bit about Akili, a little bit about Anaplan today. But more importantly, I'm joined by my colleague, Stephen Barry, and our partner, Matt Mannheimer of SystemsAccountants, to help you guys really understand kind of the reason we're all here, right? Why Anaplan? Why should you really invest your human capital in Anaplan? And why should you take the time to maybe engage with the Anaplan Academy? So with that, Stephen, I'll hand it to you for a quick intro.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. So, hey, everyone, my name is Stephen Barry. I am a business planning consultant and certified Anaplan instructor working at Akili. And I've been working with the Anaplan platform now for about 4.5 years. Matt, I'll hand it over to you now for an introduction as well.
All right. Hey, everyone, my name is Matt Mannheimer, and I am currently a senior finance systems recruiter at SystemsAccountants. A bit about myself, I work within our EPM practice within SystemsAccountants, which includes vendors like Anaplan. So very excited to be co-hosting with Stephen and Sean today. Okay. A little bit about SystemsAccountants as a whole. We're a specialist recruitment firm originally based in the UK and Europe, but we operate across the US as well. We really pride ourselves in bridging the gap between finance and technology. We're market experts in providing either contract or permanent finance systems or finance transformation professionals to any of our clients. So a lot of the individuals that we work with are specialists in various ERP or EPM technologies, such as Anaplan, to ensure that any of our clients are able to maximize their back office technologies and get the best return out of those business systems investments. So to those of us that are joining today, we're really excited to have you here. A question that I get asked a lot by my candidates is how they can get trained up in systems like Anaplan, because oftentimes, unless you work at a consultancy or your company just happens to implement or run Anaplan, it can be really difficult to find out how to invest in training in different finance system solutions. So we're really happy that we're able to partner with Akili on this particular initiative. As Josh and Sean will be able to get into in more detail, Akili is an Anaplan Gold partner. They're one of the few Anaplan partners that is licensed to teach Anaplan Level 1, Level 2, and the Anaplan Way certification courses that are part of that Anaplan Academy. So whether you're currently a finance or sales professional that's using Anaplan, or you're another finance systems professional or recent college or MBA graduate, we're really hoping this webinar will be that first step to guide you to becoming that certified Anaplan model builder. Speaking for myself as a recruiter, these Anaplan certifications will only benefit you in your likelihood to transition to a position with an Anaplan focus, whether that means it's consulting or it's an internal position within FP&A or sales operations or IT. These certifications let myself and other people in your network know that you're capable of utilizing Anaplan beyond a user capacity and that you're able to take on very specific Anaplan projects and really just skyrocket your trajectory as a finance or systems professional. So with that being said, Sean, happy to shift this presentation back to you to kind of walk through the rest of the presentation.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Matt. Yeah, great overview, and appreciate you taking some time to provide kind of that context from the recruiter view, right? We're obviously in a different seat being a consulting organization, but yeah, really love kind of how you guys are assessing the Anaplan marketplace from kind of a skill set perspective, that human capital perspective, and yeah, obviously a great place to be investing folks' time. So a little bit about Akili, just so everyone on the line kind of knows why Akili in regards to Anaplan, training and from a partner perspective. So Akili's been around for quite some time. We were actually founded in 1992 as a custom app dev shop, but more importantly for this conversation, we entered the EPM or business planning space in 2007 as an OutlookSoft partner. OutlookSoft was then acquired by SAP and became SAP's BPC product, business planning consolidations, one of your kind of legacy tools in the marketplace. The reason I say that is because when we entered an Anaplan partnership, it was really based on a lot of time in the space, right? When we decided to partner with Anaplan, we really knew what we were looking for, and we knew what our clients were looking for, more importantly. So again, it really just helps, hopefully it validates for you guys, a consulting firm that really understood, the planning space, partnered with Anaplan intentionally, given a pretty broad collection of options out there, just knowing it really was the best platform, especially for planning and modeling. And it has been a tremendous ride since we joined with Anaplan in 2014, and the trajectory is just really unmatched in the space, I think, as many of you guys probably know. I'm talking to you guys from Dallas, Texas today, Stevens in Tennessee. Generally, we are kind of based in our hubs, as you see there, but we do have some folks around the country, just always trying to find that Anaplan talent, as Matt said. As I just mentioned, business planning is really the core of what Akili does, whether it be FP&A, as I think many of you guys are FP&A practitioners today. But the beautiful thing about Anaplan, and we'll talk about it more, is that it also supports other planning areas or other functional areas within the business, right? So sales performance management or supply chain management, maybe ways to kind of, expand, again, your ability to support organizations from a planning perspective when you think about a tool like Anaplan versus some of the point solutions. And Akili's been able to do that as well, right? Really going from a financial planning company, consulting company, to be able to support our clients across those other use cases, which is just a tremendous opportunity for us and obviously our consultants. There's also an analytics and insight strategy or practice here at Akili, looking at tools like Tableau or Snowflake to help really support your overall kind of planning environment, making sure you have the right data in your tools to actually plan effectively and make the most of those investments. And then, of course, I think as many of you know, maybe especially on the practitioner side, the change management associated with this, right? How do you get people to really adopt and embrace new technologies? And that's a big focus of ours at Akili when we are implementing Anaplan and working with our customers. So now, more importantly, Anaplan, right? Why would you guys, again, as practitioners or consultants, really want to continue your investment in Anaplan? And I'm a big fan of Anaplan, of course. We all are here at Akili. It's been a big part of our growth as a company. So I'm really always excited to kind of relay who are they as a company, why have we seen this growth with them, and what do we think is kind of unique about them? So as many of you know, they are recently gone public, not too recently now, I think October 2018, but it's been a tremendous run since then, some great growth. They actually launched commercially in 2011 and really captured some tremendous company logos like right out the gate. It was a wonderful strategy where they didn't kind of go after the smaller companies. They actually went after the big market makers initially, your Hewlett-Packards, your McAfee's, your Del Monte Foods, and really were able to corner the market early on, especially from a planning perspective. And really validate the tool cross-functionally very early on. And that's what's been able to really drive this tremendous growth since that point. Again, we joined in 2014, still pretty early on in their overall life cycle. And I'd say things really kicked into high gear in 2016, 17 for us, where that hockey stick really just went forward, and the growth has just been phenomenal since then. We'll get a little bit more about the platform itself, but it really is a very unique tool. I think it's what's been able to really drive that growth, obviously, that stickiness in a lot of these organizations where it's not just in finance, it's in sales, it's in supply chain. Again, the technology itself is really unique, the patented in-memory data engine, or what they call their hyperblock, being enhanced all the time. If you guys have been watching online, they're doing their digital CPX actually just yesterday and last Tuesday as well. announcing some really unique partnerships, Plan IQ, leveraging Amazon Forecast, a partnership today with Google Cloud, their first public cloud hosting option. So just always staying on top of kind of the technology elements of their tool, and always really pushing the market forward from a planning perspective. And this is kind of capturing kind of the overall life cycle of planning, right? And kind of why maybe some of you are coming from, or why, if you are coming from a legacy kind of background, right? A BPC, a Hyperion, a Cognos, why would you want to be looking at Anaplan as maybe a different tool to equip yourself with from a skill set perspective? And as many of you know, you probably understand this trajectory, but I think it's always worth recapping, kind of what makes Anaplan unique. Starting in the 80s, 90s, Excel obviously came out, and it's still quite prevalent. It's not that Excel has gone away, but that was really kind of your initial baseline for planning. Then obviously that morphed and it matured a little bit into more of your on-premise technologies. Again, your Hyperions pre-acquisition, your OutlookSoft pre-acquisition, your Cognos pre-acquisition, and then they were acquired by a lot of these the big guys, right? Your SAP acquired OutlookSoft, it became BPC, Hyperion by Oracle, Cognos by IBM, and they really went into this kind of hybrid cloud technology mode, right, where you had the ability to maybe put it in the cloud, but it was still generally an on-premise tool. And really what that lent itself to was a lot of these hybrid types of environments where maybe the reporting was done in your legacy tool, but most of the planning was still done in Excel. And it really just never lent itself to a true, what Anaplan said, connected planning type of application, or even just a full mature planning application in a single functional area, right? You rarely saw a finance team in an organization truly using one of these legacy tools end to end. Again, as I said, initially it was oftentimes we had it, we implemented it, we never really adopted it, so we did most of our planning in Excel, then we uploaded it to Essbase for reporting, right? And that's just not the value the organization needs to get out of the tool. And again, it's not really pushing anything forward, right? We're not breaking down silos. We're not changing the way that we're doing our planning or our enterprise performance management. And that's really where Anaplan has changed the game. Anaplan, as you may know, is a platform. That platform allows you to plan cross-functionally. So you can plan in finance, in the same tool you can plan in sales performance management, the same tool you can plan in supply chain. Oftentimes they don't necessarily directly connect, but they can, and that's the real power here, potentially taking your sales forecast and marrying that with your demand plan for that consensus demand planning view all in one tool, really providing your company a single source of truth from a planning perspective. And that's what's really been able to kind of drive their growth, their trajectory, and their footprint in the marketplace today. And it's really been validated, I think, more so than any other tool out there. These are real awards they've been provided by Gartner, Forrester, IDC, Constellation, Ventana, really the folks that really help validate these tools in the marketplace today. And Gartner even went as far in their latest report to say, you know what, it may not be connected planning, so they probably don't want to take Anaplan's name, but it's now called XP&A, right? That extended planning and analysis, which is really, I think, a validation of what Anaplan has been doing in the marketplace since they came out. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Stephen and talk a little bit more about Akili's qualifications as a trainer and the actual training paths and certification opportunities. All right, Stephen. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean. So Sean did an excellent job here really talking about why Anaplan is such a unique tool and why it really holds an excellent place within the market today. So now I'm going to take it a step further and I'm going to talk about why Akili. So Akili is a company. We are an Anaplan Gold partner, which is the highest award that you can receive from Anaplan as a partner. And we've been able to maintain this status for the last 3 years. So really staying on the forefront in working with Anaplan, always trying to make sure that we're helping to enable their path forward and vice versa. They are also partnering with us to really make sure that we are able to offer the best services possible. We also have been selected by Anaplan as one of the 2 certified academy training partners. And so what this means is that we are able to teach the level 1 model building course, the Anaplan way, and the level 2 model building course through our team of instructors that we have here. We also, as a consulting company, have implemented over 100 Anaplan projects across all different industries. We've done multiple FP&A cases, S&OP, SPM, etc., really covering the broad spectrum of the different planning technologies that you see out there. We have managed to go in and work with companies of all different sizes and help them get Anaplan implemented, and to also really help enable them to maximize their use of the tool. And we also have the honor of being the premier partner with Anaplan in the training space now. And we're proud to say that we have the most certified level 2 trainers of any company in the world. So next I'm going to move on and talk about selecting the right course for you. So if you're someone that's looking to go through and become a certified model builder, you'll notice that we have 3 requirements, which are the level 1 course, level 2, and the Anaplan way. And so here on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that we've set up a chart that's going to give you some of the different specifics about these courses. So Anaplan Way is going to be the shortest course that's offered, and it's also a beginner level, so some folks like to start there. The level 1 course is a little bit longer, but it's still a beginner level, talking more to the technical side of Anaplan, and it also has a certification exam at the end of it. And then finally, we have the level 2 course, which is going to be the most advanced level course of the 3. It's a 4-day course, and it is at that intermediate level. It requires that you've taken level 1 in order to be able to take it, because it's building upon those foundational skills. And finally, it also has a certification exam at the end of it. And what we can offer through these exams is individualized attention from one of our trained Akili instructors. So as you're going through these courses, being able to take them with us, we're able to work along beside you as you're going through the course materials and practicing your model building. And we're able to build along with you and really help you understand not only how to do things, but why you're doing them in the system. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about the individual courses to give you a better idea of what to expect with them. So the level 1 model building course is designed for folks that are either new to Anaplan or perhaps have recently been designated as a platform administrator after being an end user within the system. So in this course, we're going to tackle the fundamentals of Anaplan from a technical perspective, as well as some project planning elements of how you might go about an Anaplan implementation. This is going to be a hands-on course, and it's not only going to help you develop your skills within the platform, but it's also going to allow you to network with other Anaplanners from a variety of industries that have signed up to take the course as well. As of right now, with the global environment that we have due to COVID, we are teaching this within a virtual interactive session. So we would use a technology such as Zoom to be able to go in and work along beside you throughout this coursework and provide instructions on various activities. Of course, in a non-COVID world, we would also be offering those in-person courses as well, where you would be working with our instructors in person to go through this course material. This course does last 3 days, and due to it being that introductory level course, that is designed with beginners in mind. We've taught people that have been working in the system for a while, as well as people that had never even heard of Anaplan before within this course, and have seen that depending on where you're starting at, we're actually seeing success across the board in this course. So it is really designed to say that even if you've never been exposed to Anaplan, this course is going to help you get up to speed and really make you feel comfortable with the basics of the platform. Our course objectives here for level 1 are going to be introducing you to Anaplan, and you're going to learn some of the key functional elements for the Anaplan platform. So this includes how to build lists, modules, and now Anaplan's new user experience pages, which are what your end users would be interacting with on a regular basis. You also get to practice different things such as building data imports into the Anaplan system, writing formulas that are going to drive the logic of Anaplan, and then finally setting up model security where you control how your end users will be able to interact with certain Anaplan elements. The level 2 model building course is going to take what you learn in level 1 and expand upon it. And so you're going to stick with the same company, which Anaplan has created, called Unicorn Candy Company. And you're going to expand upon that initial Anaplan instance that you build for them in level 1. In this class, you're actually going to build out 2 different Anaplan models, a data hub, which is going to be that centralized location for your transactional and master data. And then you're also going to get experience building a supply chain model as well. So you're going to be exposed to a supply chain use case. Once again, this is going to be taught in a virtual interactive environment over the course of 4 days. And because this course is building upon level 1, it's going to be that intermediate data set. So it's going to be a little bit more challenging than level 1, but it's also going to enable you to do more things within the Anaplan platform. The high-level course objectives for level 2 are learning how to set up connected planning between Anaplan models, which really hints to what Sean was talking about earlier in his section of the presentation, where Anaplan is taking your instances that you're using with your technology one step further by having all your data between your functional areas be connected and shared across your organization. You're also going to be improving upon your formula knowledge, and you're going to strengthen your user experience design as well to further enable the capabilities that your end users have within the Anaplan system. And finally, we're going to learn some more advanced Anaplan functionality, such as line item subsets and what is known as application lifecycle management, or commonly referred to in the industry as ALM. The last course that we teach within this Anaplan suite is the Anaplan Way. And this course is going to be an interactive deep dive into the methodology that we use between our implementation partners and our customers for Anaplan projects. And this is what is going to enable your key stakeholders within a project to identify and avoid the most common pitfalls that occur within Anaplan implementations. Once again, we're currently teaching this within a virtual interactive classroom over the course of 2 days. And because this course is more focused on the methodologies and less about the technical aspects, it's also set at a beginner level to introduce you to how to approach an Anaplan project within your company. The course objectives for the Anaplan Way are going to be to have you understand how to effectively whiteboard during your project discussions, list the steps of the Anaplan Way methodology, and understand why they are important to project success. We're also going to understand how to write effective user stories, which are what are going to drive the development and testing of your Anaplan projects. We're then going to learn how to create a clear project manifesto that's focused on the project goals, and we're going to explain how it's used at each key stage of an Anaplan project. And finally, we're going to teach you about the 4 foundational cornerstones of the Anaplan Way and how they're extremely important to any Anaplan project that you work on. I also want to share with you the list of the certified Anaplan training instructors that we have at Akili. And what I love about this is we have an excellent mix of people from different backgrounds and different experience levels that have all been working with the Anaplan platform for multiple years. And you can see here, if you look at the certifications, that we have multiple people across the board certified to teach all of these courses. And so regardless of which course you take, or if you take all of the courses, you're going to be in excellent hands here with this team of instructors. So I want to talk through a call to action with you. So if you are interested at this point about signing up for these courses and getting enabled in the Anaplan platform, then these are going to be the steps that you're going to need to follow to register for the courses. The first thing you're going to want to do is to create an account on community.anaplan.com. Once you've enrolled within the Anaplan community, you're going to navigate to the Academy tab that's located at the top of the screen. From there, you'll select Instructor-led courses, and you'll see a list of the courses that are provided and the dates that they're provided on. From here, you can actually select either one course to enroll in, or you can enroll in multiple courses. And upon your enrollment into these courses, you'll receive a confirmation email from Anaplan, as well as a class invitation from one of our Anaplan instructors. I'm going to toggle over here to a tab so I can walk you through this process as well. So here you can see that I'm on community.anaplan.com, and I already have an account registered with them, which this is very easy to do. In fact, as soon as you come to this page, you'll be prompted to be able to sign up if you don't have an account. So once you have the account, you'll select the Academy tab, then go to Instructor-led courses. And from here, it's going to prompt you to do another login, and this is going to get you to the point to where you can continue and view the different courses. So here you'll input some basic information about yourself, the company you work for, your job title, and then if you happen to have any sort of discount code for the courses. And then once you've done this, you're taken to the list of the upcoming courses. So I'll highlight here for you folks that are joining us across the globe that we do have courses offered by Anaplan within the EMEA space, and we also have courses that are currently offered within the US space as well. So you'll click the drop downs for the courses that you're interested in, and you'll see a summary of the course as well as the start and end time for the sessions, the date, and the fee, and then you can add them to your schedule. Once you go through and add in all of the courses that you would like to take, you can continue, and this will complete your registration. And this is what's going to kick off that process of having Anaplan reach out to you with course information. One other thing that I'll talk about here before moving on is my personal experience with having these Anaplan certifications. So Matt touched on this a little bit from the perspective of a recruiter, that they are going out and actively looking for people that have this certified model builder certification whenever they're looking to staff for different positions. And from my own experience as somebody that's went through and got these Anaplan certifications, I'm seeing that at least one message a week comes into me on LinkedIn where I'm having somebody that has a job offer for Anaplan. And this is simply because they're looking and they're seeing that I have that certified model builder in my list of credentials. And so I'm seeing just a constant flood of different open positions that are available out there simply because of that certification. So if you are someone that's interested in getting certified with Anaplan, it is almost certain to be able to really boost your step into the industry, or perhaps if you're someone already in the industry but looking to move up and advance your career, it's going to give you a lot of opportunities there as well. So with that said, I'm going to hand it back over to Sean for some closing comments.
Yeah, thanks so much, Stephen. That was really awesome, and I appreciate the personal anecdote. I think it's just the reality of where the market is today. So hopefully everybody kind of gets that sense of the opportunity associated with becoming an Anaplan certified model builder, or even getting all the way up to solution architect. Thank you so much, Matt, Stephen, for taking us through kind of your view of the world. Again, I think really powerful, and I hope everybody else kind of has a good understanding of really what's the Academy about, what's it trying to do in terms of support kind of the creation of those model builders in that larger ecosystem, and frankly just how easy it is to step into that. And obviously, Akili is happy to support you guys along that journey, partnering with our team at SystemsAccountants. As always, we want to kind of finish with any questions that came in the chat panel. I'm only seeing one right now, pretty natural question around this session being recorded. Absolutely, and we will distribute this recording tomorrow whenever we get it downloaded and packaged up for you. Please expect a formal follow-up to actually come from our partners at SystemsAccountants, just in the spirit of the partnership. Akili is here alongside them to help guide you guys through this journey, but you should expect to see something from the team over at SystemsAccountants coming out of the webinar. So with that, we're right at the 30-minute mark. It's always fun to do, and we'll go ahead and let you guys get back to your day. Thank you again, everybody, for joining today, taking the time out of your day. A huge thank you to Stephen and Matt for helping make all this happen, and we hope to see you guys in one of our training courses soon. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day.